Hi, this is Chris from dashcamcentral.com.au, and today we are going to have a look at the Mini 0807 parking guard. We're going to do this video in the car because for this particular camera you can only get the parking guard running if you have your Mini 0807 hardwired, and that means it needs a 12 volt power supply directly into the GPS unit. So in this case we're running it off the OBD2 cable, or you can run it off a traditional Mini compatible 12 volt hardwire kit. So I'm just going to take you through the menu functions and show you how to set up your parking guard. So we will just push a button on the end, so you can see the camera there, it's flashing away, it's recording. Push again just to stop the camera recording so we can get into menu mode, and we're just going to push and hold up the little toggle switch, and there we are in the menu. Now for this one we're going to toggle all the way down till we get to something called senior setting. That is where your parking mode settings are. So we'll just scroll down. You can see you can actually switch your parking guard mode on or off there, and this is the different types of parking modes. So we'll just go in here first. You can see you've got either low frame mode, so that basically takes a snapshot every second or so, and we'll show you a little bit later the results you get from that. Or you can flip over to off, or you can flip over to pre-record, and that is basically shock or motion detection, which will give you a pre-recorded video. So for this we're just going to go back to low frame, set that, go down to senior setting. So we'll go into senior setting, push enter. And you can see you need to enter in a passcode. So your default passcode is 4 zeros. So we're just going to enter those 4 zeros. And what comes up is a couple of options. So you've got power voltage point. So this, if we go into it, it just lets you set the voltage at which the camera will switch off. So that's your battery voltage. So really you want that set above 12 volts. I'd be inclined to set at 12.2. Most other hardwire kits can be set as low as 11.8. Personally I think that's too low, but you can see you can just flick up and down, change that setting. So we're going to leave that 12.2. So when the car battery gets to 12.2 volts, when you're in parking mode, this camera's going to switch off to save your battery and make sure you can start your car next time you hop in. So we'll go into that. You can see we've got the power on voltage point, so that's at which point that it's going to switch on. I've got that set to 14, so we might just move that down. Move that to switching back on at 12.8, and then you've got power off temperature. So what that does is that's the internal temperature of the camera. So you can appreciate that if you've got your car parked, certainly in the sun, could get quite hot. So the camera has an internal protection. Essentially when the camera reaches a set temperature, in this case it's 80 degrees, it's going to switch off to protect the camera from self-destructing from heat stress. So as you can see, you can adjust that up and down. It's going down 76, 75. I'm going to leave it at 80 because here in Australia it gets quite warm, so we'll leave that set at 80, otherwise it's going to be powering off quite regularly and we're not going to be able to capture what we want to capture while the car's parked. So we're just going to set that back, and then we're just going to hold up, and that gets us out of those settings. We're back into our normal settings. We're going to hold up again, and lo and behold, the car has gone back into normal mode. You can see it's not recording, so we're just going to push that button again and it records. So that is your parking mode settings for your Mini 0807. And just a reminder that it won't work off standard power supply. You need to have a 12 volt input into the GPS, and that's done via hardwire kit or the OBD2 cable that comes with your Mini 0807. So that's Chris from dashcamcentral.com.au.